Hello, welcome or welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate and I'm thankful as always to have you here for today's pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at how you think your person is feeling about you versus how they're actually feeling about you. So this is just one of my favorite readings to film. I just wanted to keep it simple today. So I'm excited to get into it today. We have 3 piles for you to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Tarot of the Divine with the blue calcite crystal. For pile number 2, we have the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck with the labradorite crystal. You see it has like blue reflections, but I don't think the camera is picking up on it. It's very pretty. For pile number 3, what is the name of this deck? I always forget the name of this one. Here it is, the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. Sorry about that. And the Amethyst Crystal. So go ahead and tap into whatever pile you're feeling drawn to. You may be drawn to more than one pile. I often find that means there may be multiple people coming through for you in this reading. Whenever I'm listening to pick a card, that's what I find. So the energy check-in will basically be how you think your person is feeling about you. Since it's going to be from your point of view, you should be able to intuitively pick up whether or not that's how you're feeling like your person is feeling about you, because it's all subjective. So yeah, that's what I have. I'll have the timestamps linked down below. And without further ado, let's get into this reading. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the blue calcite crystal and the Tarot of the Divine, then this is going to be your reading where we are going to be looking at how you think your person is feeling about you versus how your person is feeling about you. So go ahead and use the first part of this reading as an energy check-in to see if this is in fact how you are thinking your person feels about you. Let's get right into this. We're just going to jump right in. So for pile number 1, how does pile number 1 currently feel that their person is thinking about them or feeling about them? Subjectively, how do they feel their person is feeling? I'm going to shuffle one more time. How does pile 1 person feel? All right, 10 of Swords coming out first. The 7 of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing the Billie Eilish song, like, I think it's 6 Feet Under. If you guys know that song, you might want to look it up. That's what I'm picking up on so far. These in the middle. So we have the two of Wands also coming out in reverse. The Page of Wands. How does pile 1 think that their person is feeling about them? 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay. 4 of Cups. Okay. Definitely a strong message coming through. 5 of Swords in reverse, the back of the deck. So what I'm picking up on is that you seem to feel like your person maybe is no longer wanting to fight for the connection. Okay. From your perception, you feel like they're not like mapping out the path forward with you. It's like they're in this sort of energy of like, maybe even you perceive that they're on to new things, or you may feel like they're trying to go down another path that is not this connection. And so with the 10 of Cups here in reverse, it's someone that you feel like maybe at one point there was potential for a future, or you may have wanted a future with this person, they may have wanted a future with you, but it's like now you feel like this person is kind of in their own lane. Like there's kind of an energy with the 5 of Swords in reverse coming through, like, yeah, 9 of Wands. There's a little bit of a guarded energy with your person, pile 1. So I definitely feel like this is someone you're not in too much contact with the 10 of Swords here. This could definitely be someone that there has been an ending or a break or something. It's like there's definitely distance within this connection. And I'm seeing the fingers are like chopped off here. I've never noticed that. But yeah, there may have been some sort of painful distance here, some sort of feeling that this person is no longer trying to fight for the future. Like this is how you feel about it though. So this is not necessarily how they feel. This is just how you think they feel. And you think that they're not really interested. With the 4 of Cups here, that can talk about not really being open to the connection, or not really being open to any sort of offer coming in from you. It's like you may feel like this person's been shut down or shut off towards you. And it's like you feel like your person doesn't really see, the main thing that's coming through is you feel like your person doesn't see the path forward. You feel like they may be moving on towards a different route because they're no longer seeing the future in this connection. So this could be someone that it feels like you may have had an ending with, or someone that you may have ended off on a note that was like not the best, is mainly what I'm getting from here. So let's pick up some more oracle cards, see what else comes through. Let me straighten these out. I know it's annoying when it's not straight. But yeah, it's like it feels like at one point you guys were on, or at least from your perspective, it's like you guys were on the same team, and like this person maybe in the past was like very much willing to fight for this connection. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's almost like you feel like this person is kind of withdrawing their energy and withdrawing their, you may feel that this person's energy is kind of less focused on you, because we have energetic connections with people, and it's almost like where at one point this person was so open, it's like there's almost a feeling now of them being more like hopeless or something, or like they don't really want to try, is how you think they feel. What do they think? We have to be fair in reverse. Yeah, we have chop wood in reverse and clean it up. Yeah, there's a feeling here of you feeling like this person has decided to move on, or decided that something, yeah, we also have new life at the back of the deck. Like there's something about the way that you feel like this person feels where you just feel like they may have just kind of cut ties and like walked away, or like you feel like they're trying to clean up I'm hearing like the mess you made, like the mess we've made or something. And like with chop wood in reverse, it's like, it's giving me the feeling of, it doesn't have to be that this is your situation, but the energy is coming through for me. Like when you've been in a relationship with someone for some time, and or it's even could have been off and on with someone, but it's like where the connection was getting draining, and like for some time you guys were trying to make it work and trying to like overcome whatever challenges you guys had, and it feels like this person just isn't willing to like put in the work anymore. With that Seven of Wands and Two of Wands, it's like with a chop wood being in reverse, it's almost like they just feel like it's not worth it to continue putting effort in. And the Ten of Swords talks about just like this ending, so it just feels like you think that your person is maybe moving on to something new, is just really not looking to walk down this path anymore. Yeah. So that's coming through pretty strongly. So that's basically just subjectively how you think your person's feeling. So you should know at this point whether or not this sounds like someone in your life or someone you're interested in hearing more about, or the person that you are actually thinking about. So I'm very curious to see how they are actually feeling about you. We're going to spend more time in that part of the reading. I will be doing an extended reading for this as well, where we will be looking at what they would want to say to you. So we'll be doing a channel message from them, where I'm going to be putting it more in first person, and we're also going to be getting message oracle cards as well. But so if you're interested, I'll have that link down below. But for now, we're just going to get into how they're actually feeling about you, what the truth is. So for pile one's person, please have me in. What is the honest truth of how they're feeling? I get a sip of water. All right. So for pile number one, what are number one's person's honest feelings here? Ten of Swords coming out in the same position. The Empress in reverse. The Emperor. What are pile number one's person's honest feelings? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse also came out in your part. And the Three of Swords. Okay. Okay. Ace of Pentacles at the back of the deck too. Interesting. So what's coming through, it's almost like this person, the way that they're feeling about you in the connection is that with the Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, there's almost this energy of them feeling like this ending or like the separation between you guys or the lack of the future happening right now, or like what I mean by that is the lack of promise for the future. It's almost like they feel like it came from negative events in your guys' life. Like they almost feel like there was something that was out of their control. Like they feel like um, there's a lot of energy coming through with them feeling a lot of pain and remorse and heartbreak because it's like they wanted to do more for you, or they actually did really want to um, make things work. But it's almost like with the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands here, they're feeling like there's external circumstances or other unfortunate changes that have happened within their life or your life, or just circumstances that have led to the ending or led to the difficulty in seeing a future. Okay. And so what's really coming through is how much this hurts this person. Like this person with the Emperor here, it's almost there's this energy coming through of them really not wanting to have failed. There's an energy here of not wanting to have failed in this connection or not wanting to fail in building in general. But there's almost this feeling of I couldn't help but like break this person's heart, or like this is what had to happen, but like I'm not happy about it. And so I feel like you're perceiving it a little bit more like cold cut, or like a little bit more like this person's just like on to the next and they're excited. I would say that's the biggest discrepancy is like this person like doesn't look at it in a way that's like, well, like peace out, like I'm gonna go kind of do like my own thing, like I'm happy about that. It's more like really painful for them, like with this Three of Swords here and the Two of Wands, to know that they've disappointed you with the Empress in reverse, to know that you're here still feeling hurt, you know, like they're aware that you feel hurt, that they feel hurt. They're really connected to the pain of this, and connected to the feeling of I wish things were different, or I wish things could have been different. And so there's just this feeling of them not being happy, you know, not being satisfied with this ending, and feeling like it was an unfortunate turn of events, or feeling like the universe just like wasn't willing your guys' connection. Like they almost started feeling like there was so many challenges or something like that, or like that stars weren't aligned is almost like the energy I'm getting. But the fact that they did feel like, you know, they did really have a strong, hearty connection with you here. And it's like breaking their heart too that things didn't work out. Yeah. I'm curious. I might dig actually a little bit deeper into this energy because I want to get some more details on this. So I'm curious about this Ten of Swords. I'm wondering if there was some sort of betrayal. Like there could have been a betrayal here. That like after the betrayal, there was just no way forward. But it's not coming through like either from your side or their side. Like I'm not getting this jaded energy where one of you guys is just feeling like 100% it's the other person's fault. It's more like, but it could be. Let me get, why is the Ten of Swords here? Can you clarify the Ten of Swords, please? What is this Ten of Swords event from their perspective? Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune, please. Clarified. The World. Okay, so it could just be that they, if anything, were maybe this person stepped away from the connection, or with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it could just be that someone wasn't really open to going all the way in this connection, or let me get actually more. I want to get more from this person's perspective. Why is the Two of Wands here? Maybe they weren't ready for the future. They weren't ready to step up for this connection. They weren't ready to completely be tied down. Page of Pentacles, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that this person, yeah, Two of Swords then too. So what I'm kind of getting is that this person wishes that they could have been more for you, or that they feel like they've disappointed you by not matching your energy, or by, it's almost like they feel like they were supposed to be this Emperor character, like meaning they were supposed to be someone that was more dedicated to the future and someone that was going to be more stable and consistent. And I feel like there was this energy of them maybe opening themselves up to other opportunities, or letting go of this not holding on to this connection in the same way that maybe you wanted to hold on to it. So maybe this person decided to kind of take the connection less seriously, or not make a plan for the future is also what I'm getting. It's like there's this energy of them feeling bad about themselves, or feeling remorse for the fact that they caused pain because they didn't want to step into this more mature fatherly energy, like this energy that's going to be like building a future. There's just this energy of maybe you feeling really hurt by this person, feeling like maybe they didn't see the potential for it anymore, and like that kind of breaking your heart. But it's almost coming through for this energy that them wishing that they, weren't in this energy of not really being ready for that. It is something I'm picking up on. And something that they think and feel a lot about is how you're left in this energy of feeling uncared for, or they feel like because they didn't plan for the future with you, or they weren't willing to kind of make it more serious, it almost like leaves you feeling like you weren't worthy. And like they seem to be aware of that. And they may have been playing things safe, or they may have just been not willing to, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it's like they may have been really wanting to open the door to new exploration in their own life. And so either they were keeping themselves closed off from you, or they weren't holding on to the connection, is what I'm getting from that. Why is the Empress here in reverse? Strength. Yeah, and so it's coming through that there's just this feeling of I didn't do enough, or like I didn't come through with the dedication and the strength that this person wanted from me, aka you. So it's like they feel this energy of like things really took a turn for the worse because I wanted to kind of keep my options open, or they weren't really willing to plan out a future together. Like that's what I'm getting. Yeah, Queen of Cups. And it's like they feel like you're emotionally receptive and like, and there's this energy of the Queen of Cups. It's like, and Two of Coins, it's like they couldn't balance you in Hierophant underneath. It's like they weren't able to dedicate themselves to a more, just want to make sure this is like focused. Okay. To a more traditional, or to a more like structural role with you. And this causing a lot of pain, and them knowing that. Why is the Emperor here? Justice in reverse. Yeah, it's like they feel like they didn't do you right, and it's sad. They feel sad about that. They feel a sense of needing to make things right with you, but also a sense of not having to offer what you would need or want. And it's like there's also this message like coming through, which we'll get more into in the extended. Like I want to channel like what they'd want to say to you, or like what they want to explain, like what they'd really want to tell you the most. But something that's coming through kind of from that message is like, I didn't want you to think that, it's because I thought there was more potential with someone else or something else. It's more that I just wasn't at this part in my life where I felt like I could be fair to you, where I felt like I could give you what you needed. And so then I broke your heart. It was like, Queen of Swords. And I feel like it like hurts them to know that like your perception of them now, with Seven of Swords there, Ten of Cups, it's like they feel they're also viewing you in this very like discerning energy towards them, or in this energy of like judgment. Like they feel like you very much judge them, which like maybe rightfully so, but there's this feeling of them kind of being like the Three of Swords is kind of like feeling like one sword for your heart, one sword for their heart, one sword left in her hand. It's like there's just this energy of like them feeling a little bit like they know they're in the wrong, like they know that they didn't come through from like the most evolved position that they could have in this connection. So they're feeling very hurt. They're feeling very sad. They're feeling very much like they've disappointed you. They know they've really disappointed you. And it's like with this Page of Coins, it's like they feel like they are still though in this explorative energy where they just don't really feel like they're ready to, they feel like they're ready for their life to shift. It's almost like they want to be open to their life shifting around. And it's like they don't necessarily feel like they're ready to commit to forever, ready to commit to like the end game with the world there. And I feel like that may have caused a lot of hurt, because I don't know if you guys maybe talked about that at some point. Maybe like you were led on to believe that with this person. Because we have the Ace of Coins here. And so it's almost like they're seeing this also too as like a situation gone wrong, or like there was this opportunity and like they had this opportunity with you, and it's kind of like they didn't really water it, And so they feel like they maybe weren't ready. Maybe they bit off more than they can chew. Like that's kind of how it's coming through in their energy, is like I feel like I just wasn't really ready to, settle down, or it's coming through like that. And it does hurt them, like 100%. They're in emotional pain from this. What else? How is pile one's person honestly feeling here? Yeah, we have by the book in reverse, and I kept seeing this. There's this energy of them not being ready to commit to a traditional lifestyle or to settle down. It's like they're in this energy of like wanting to kind of go where the wind takes them, and so they just felt like that wasn't really gonna work. We have serendipity, deep knowing. Yeah, and they may even be feeling like they were called like in another direction, if that makes sense. And so it's almost like this energy of like they may even be like taking this energy keeps coming through my readings, but it's like there's this energy of someone who's deciding to take a leap of faith in another direction, and it harms the connection. And so serendipity and deep knowing, it's almost like this person is very sad by the way that they've had to hurt you, but there's also this feeling of like, I know that this was what was right for me. And so the Ace of Coins could also represent some sort of new opportunity, or an opportunity to travel, like an opportunity to like enroll in a grad program or something. We also have time for a nap here in reverse. Yeah, and so there's almost a feeling here, and I saw that was at the back of the deck actually. There's a feeling of exhaustion too. And you know what? Wait, I want to get clarity because there's also all that glitters at the back of the deck. And so I am wondering if this person decided to prioritize something that didn't end up really being like what they wanted to. It's almost coming through like in hindsight, there's more knowledge or more understanding of they may be ignoring the signs. They may be ignoring their intuition here too, because with time for nap in reverse and by the book, it's almost like this person didn't want to settle down when it was presented to them, even though that maybe was the right thing for them to do, or like the thing that would have brought them the most happiness. And with all that glitters and messages in a bottle and like breathe, it's almost like this energy of them maybe jumping to new situations. And maybe that's why the Page of Wands was there, is because like you saw this person as like jumping to new like exciting things, and so you're kind of perceiving them that way in this relationship. And it may be that they're distracting themselves with like certain things that really don't, just to kind of be non-traditional in their life path. It's almost like they didn't want to settle down. Yeah, and the Four of Pentacles here in reverse is almost like this person didn't want to create security for themselves, or like they weren't on this page where they wanted to do that, is what I'm getting. I want to clarify that all that glitters though. I want to see like what this person was kind of chasing towards. Yeah, I literally just I cut the deck and I saw the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like they want to have this like sort of like they want to be able to go wherever the wind takes them. And so I feel like that's something that maybe would really hurt you, because you wanted this person to be more grounded and bring more grounding and solidifying the relationship. And they may have just really wanted to like kind of still explore or something like that. Why is all that glitters here? Eight of Cups. Okay, yeah, it's like this person walked away from this connection thinking that it was something that their heart was calling them to. But I honestly feel like in truth, like that isn't really the case. And it's like, because they didn't step into this connect. Yeah, it's like they had this opportunity to kind of, and then, oh my God, the Two of Swords underneath. Sorry. It's just coming through very strongly of like the story. It's like they ended up hurting you because they didn't step into this King of Pentacles energy, which I feel like you're really wanting them to. They stayed in this Fool energy, jumping towards other things. And there's this energy of, I don't know what I want, and being called by the devil too, right? Being called by instant gratification, not being ready to kind of grow up or prioritize things. And so there was a lot of regret there. Yeah. So what's this serendipity? Was this, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. It's like, it's almost like it's like they were being called to something that, yeah, it's like a procrastination, if anything. It's almost like something that they were being called to do that really was a way to procrastinate within this relationship and procrastinate from growing up and taking things more seriously with the Hierophant. It's like they were ignoring their inner truth of what really mattered to them. And I honestly feel like this connection was something that if they were in a higher energy, they would have really benefited from, or would have been in their highest good. But instead, they were kind of overriding this sense of let's slow down. And they kind of just decided to keep going on these like random sort of like excursions, or just like wanting to be free. It's just like what keeps coming through, like wanting to be able to explore, chasing things that don't really, serve them, to kind of run away from this too. I just saw Weight of the Truth also. So they could be coming to a point right now where they're kind of realizing how how their decisions haven't really brought them to very much happiness, and maybe it wasn't fair. So this timeline could be different for all of you guys. We have suppression by the hands of a being says suppression of a star being by hands unworthy. Party leader. Yeah, it's like there's this, again, this energy has come through before. There's this feeling of them like not wanting to be held down, or like feeling like commitment is something that's like holding them back. But in reality, this person like really would benefit from being grounded and dedicated to someone. And it's almost like their own deficit that they're not willing to commit. Because with party leader coming out too, this energy talks about someone that it's like, they're a lot of fun to be around, but it's almost like that person that like keeps partying too much because there's something wrong underneath. And so like, that's what I'm kind of picking up on, is like, there's this energy of them. Like, I feel like this person would try to like go to a concert, like just try to do anything to like kind of stay on the life of the party energy, but then kind of underneath really needing to, there's something more chaotic going on underneath that person. I feel like this person is very much like that. What else, Spirit? Yeah, we have rainbow transference and body as a house. And it's like this person, restlessness as well. This person really is guided to slow down and take a rest from this sort of lifestyle that they wanted, and to settle down. Like, that's like the right thing for them to do. And it's almost like they're ignoring the fact that they really need to treat their body. Body as a house talks about how our vessel is like very important. And like, I feel like this person hasn't really been honoring their health lately too. And so I feel like with rainbow transference, like, I think this connection was actually very strong for them. And I think there is a lot of regret for them not deciding to honor it sooner, and to not do the right thing here. It's almost like this energy, they're becoming aware of that, is what I'm realizing though. So in the beginning, it's like, yeah, this person maybe felt like they didn't want to be tied down and stuff like that. And it's like this person though is starting to kind of recognize maybe that some of these things, like they were ignoring red flags about themselves, they were ignoring boundaries with themselves. Like they were just kind of, continuing to roam or something like that, and not really listening to their highest truth, not really growing in the way that they should. And with rainbow transference, this talks about like a deep sharing of energy with people. And like within relationships, it's like, it just talks about how you can share so much energy with like genuine relationships. And it's like, I feel like this person has forfeited genuine relationships to kind of, and maybe they probably have a lot of friends and stuff like that, but it's like, it's almost like this person, it's like they're almost realizing that this connection was something that was really nurturing for them, but it's like they were too attracted to other shiny objects, or just not really wanting to settle down in a way. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up for your person's honest feelings. So in the extended, we're going to go into what they'd want to say to you, and we're going to kind of channel it from their perspective, what their message would be to you right now. We'll also be pulling message cards from your person. So if that's something you're interested in, I will have it linked down below underneath the timestamps. If not, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If it resonated, please do hit the like button. It really supports my videos, my channels, and helps my videos get out there. So thank you so much for doing that. Leave a comment. I love to read them and see some feedback from you guys about the readings. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next pick a card reading on my channel. And I hope to connect with your energy again. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the labradorite crystal and the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot, then this is going to be your reading, where we're looking into how you think your person is feeling about you versus how they're actually feeling about you. So we're going to hop right into the first part of this. This serves as a good energy check-in to see if this is subjectively how you think your person is feeling about you. The first part of the reading is totally subjective, and the second part we'll be looking into the objective truth of how they're feeling. So let's get started. So for pile number 2, how's pile number 2 currently feeling that their person is feeling about them? 6 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, a couple coming out now. So we have the Empress, the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Wands. I'm going to put this here, actually. I feel like these need to go together, so I'm going to actually put them in the way that they came out. All right. How does pile 2 currently think that pile two's person is feeling. Why is 6 of Wands here? 9 of Wands. Why is 2 of Pentacles here? 5 of Cups in reverse. Why is the Empress here? 7 of Pentacles. Why is 8 of Swords here? I'm just going to clarify both these at once. Why is 8 of Swords and 8 of Wands in reverse? 6 of Cups in reverse. Magician in reverse, back of the deck as well. Okay. So let me look at this. I might need to clarify some of these. This is more like unique situation is what I'm picking up on so far. All right. Okay. Okay. So what I'm getting is you feel like your person is number one interested in you. Like that's the first thing coming through. I definitely feel like you think that your person is looking to invest in a person of high value, okay? Because there's a feeling here of you feeling that your person is maybe wounded by something in their past with the 5 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse, because there's some element that was coming through of you feeling like your person is holding back on you a little bit, or holding back on, maybe still tied to something else, maybe still restricted by some other situation. And you perceive this as something that's slowing down the momentum in this connection. It's almost like this would be such a green light situation between you and your person, but it's almost like because there's something else that your person is like needing to let go of, or is trying to let go of, something that really hurt them, something that kind of had them put their guard up. It's causing the manifestation to slow down. Yeah, it's almost like this person, something that happened in their past, okay? The Devil too, yeah. There's something in this person's past that they really need to let go of, because we have the 5 of Cups in reverse and the 6 of Cups in reverse. And it's like, it's almost like this person is keeping themselves in some sort of a prison or something, or it's like they're keeping themselves in this imbalanced state, where it's almost like with the Empress here and the 7 of Pentacles, it's like you feel like this person views you, it's like you feel like they want to invest in you, but it's almost like they're maybe being very cautious or taking it slow, or they're almost not sure what they 100% want, because there's almost this energy of not wanting to be jaded again, or not wanting to, it's like this person doesn't want their ego sort of hurt by you, is what I'm getting to, is that you feel this way. You feel like your person is coming through a tad bit guarded, because even though they're interested in you, because they don't want to make a fool of themselves, because you seem to believe that there's maybe something from this person's past where they were misled, and it was something that kind of blew their confidence. And so now this person's coming through like almost completely healed from that, but it's like you can tell it's still something that's holding them back, something from their past, okay? And something that's kind of causing them to not feel super confident. It's like this person wants to be confident, and they're coming towards you because I feel like they think that they deserve someone like you, or they feel like you may even, the first message that came through is that you may kind of, they may be attracted to you because you do boost their confidence. Like with this Empress and this 7 of Pentacles, it's almost like they want to invest in you because you do boost their confidence, but it's like there's something that kind of holds them back, is the way you're perceiving. And you're perceiving it's something from their past, or something that they just don't seem to have been able to let go of. Yeah, what else for pile number 2? How do they think this person is feeling? We have go the distance in reverse. Yeah, it's something in the past that they invested in that didn't go well. And it's like now, yeah, it's like Empress, 8 of Swords. Okay, it's coming through. This always happens because the energy within your person's, let me just tap in for a second and clarify before I get confusing. You feel like this person is interested in you and does want to pursue things, but there's almost this energy of them holding back, or not going all the way, not going all out, and not trusting 100% in like just moving things forward. It's almost like there's this cautious energy that's holding them back, okay? And Even though you know this person's very interested in you, they think highly of you. It's like with go the distance in reverse, it's almost this energy of them being afraid of getting too invested. So they may be going very slow, or they may just like not be, maybe they're not willing to completely open up to you. It's like there's just this feeling of you feeling like this person's guarded due to something in their past, and they're trying to save face for themselves this time. And so there's almost this feeling of them not wanting to get too invested maybe in you due to something that happened in their past. And maybe you don't know what happened in their past, but yeah. We have a change in the wind in reverse. Yeah, I'm definitely getting an energy. And poised. Okay. So here's another thing. This person may, two messages coming through. The way you feel about your person towards you is like, you almost feel like they may switch things up on you, number one. They may kind of push things forward and like kind of come through in this energy that's very like, the poised energy being here does not surprise me because the first card that came out was the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So there's this guarded energy about them towards you where they want to look good and like they don't want to embarrass themselves. Like they want to make sure that they're like being seen elegantly almost. And so with a change in the wind, this is very similar to the Eight of Wands. This is all talking about shifting. And so why is it in reverse? Either I'm getting that this person may shift things up on you, like they'll push forward, they'll take a couple steps forward, and they'll go back again. It's like they're held back by something is kind of how it feels. And so you feel like this person wants to move things forward, but then they kind of are hard to read sometimes because you can't tell what they really want. It's like, are they really trying to push things forward with you? Or are they more worried about their own ego? Like, it's like, there's just this feeling of, yeah, and with this Two of Pentacles in reverse, it may be that they're imbalanced towards you. Maybe that sometimes they're coming through in this energy of being like very confident, like very much like knowing what they want with you. And then like there's also this imbalance element to them where it's almost like you feel like behind the scenes this person maybe doesn't have it all together. And so with you, it's like the way you feel is like, it's like this person with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, are they going to invest or do they not want to? They're very iffy in the way that they're like pushing this connection forward. It's like they don't want to give too much is kind of what I'm getting. And you're also feeling like you feel this person feels slightly held back and tempered towards you. And like they're a little bit afraid of a change up. So they may be taking things really slow, or either they're taking things really slow and they're holding back a lot, or they're pushing forward and then they're like slowing down. So I would say it's one of those two patterns for you guys. Like I'm getting either or. It's more just speaking about this person's intentions being confusing because either they're moving way too slow and it's kind of like, what do you want? Is something wrong, or they're like moving really quickly and then they're like, oh no, that's too fast. Like I'm like kind of losing my cool. I don't want to lose my cool. I don't want to get like too vulnerable. There's just an element of that. Yeah, and with all that glitters in reverse, what's actually coming through for this is I almost feel like your person is afraid of getting hurt or afraid of you maybe changing things up on them too. And so it's almost like there's a little bit of a mask of this person wears sometimes because they do seem to be very afraid of things going wrong, or they are afraid of getting hurt and having regret. And so I feel like due to something in their past, the way that they're moving this forward with the Magician in the reverse, the way they're manifesting this relationship is guarded. It doesn't seem, they're not really letting it flow naturally. And it's almost like they're being afraid that they're being misled. This person may have trust issues too. It's almost like this energy of like, they can't really trust you to be vulnerable, or like they don't trust to get too invested in a way. And so they're kind of, very cautious with the Seven of Pentacles because of something with the Five of Cups in reverse. It's like they don't want to be knocked off of their solid footing. It's almost like maybe they found solid footing after something that happened in the past and they just don't even want to be bothered with something. It's like they don't want to repeat something from their past. Like that keeps coming through. And I'm not surprised to see this, all that glitters, because the first thing I was kind of getting is like this person doesn't want to end up in some sort of fishy situation. And so while they are looking at you as this person that, seems like there's a million like green lights, just move forward. Like you haven't done anything to make this person like question you. It's more like because of their own history and past, they're feeling like they can't just trust too much. They feel like they can't just like wear their heart on their sleeve is what I'm getting. They're afraid to do that. And this is all from your perspective though, by the way. So it's like, this is what you feel that they're feeling towards you. And so you feel like they're cautious about you. You feel like they're a little bit held back, a little bit like, I'm not sure, if I can be all in here. What else? How else is pile twos feel that their person feels. Yeah, we have labyrinth here. You feel like your person's very in their head too. Like you feel like it's hard to follow this person, and I also feel like you think this person's confusing, and like you feel like this person gets in their head, is in their head. We have cast your sacred symbols. So I feel like what this is coming through, I feel like this person sees you as someone that's like very divine, feminine, very intelligent. Like I feel like you know that your person sees you that way. I feel like that's why cast your sacred symbols are coming out. It's like I feel like you know that this person sees you as like an all-arounder. You feel like your person sees you as someone that makes a mark on people. Like they see you as a very powerful energy, and you know this. You think your person sees you as someone that is you know, powerful within the spiritual realm too. Like someone who every place you touch seems to be alchemized, or it seems to grow in a way. And so there is this energy of them not wanting to be made a fool of by you, not wanting to, it's almost like they're getting in their head, or they may even be projecting things onto you, or like you feel like this, you feel like they may kind of read certain situations wrong, or you're just kind of concerned that this person may be sometimes a little bit off within their perceptions of your intentions. Like I feel like you have good intentions and they may not trust that or something. What else? We have the gallery of those that came before. Yeah, they're very concerned. They seem to be concerned that you are like someone else, or they're afraid that they may repeat some sort of past. And so I guess since this is your perception, I feel like you would know about something to do with that. With dream travel and someone soon, you may also be concerned that they're still not over someone from their past. That's another message. Like you may be feeling concerned that they still think about someone, or that they still, that they're still attached to someone from the past. And it's like, you don't really want to like involve yourself with that. Or I mean, it's up to you how you feel about that, but it's kind of like you're perceiving that this person, there may be a red flag with them because maybe they're too focused on something, you know, maybe they're still focused on it. You're worried that this person's like holding back, maybe connected to them still being nostalgic and held to someone else or held to some other situation. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that. That feels pretty clear to me. So at this point, I feel like you should be able to figure out if this is someone that you were thinking about, or even someone you just want to hear more about. Sometimes that happens to me when I'm listening to readings. It's like it wasn't even trying to ask about this person, but it's still kind of interesting to hear about, you know, another connection. And also another message is like, sometimes like readings, like energies, almost the reader can be reading from a different point in time, but it can still be useful. You know, it's like, oh, this could still be like a past energy of mine, and it's kind of interesting to hear about as if it's present. I've definitely gotten a lot of beneficial messages from readings that I was like, wow, if I heard that like 3 years ago and I really needed that, that would have been really like helpful. But it's also really cool to kind of hear it summarized now. So I don't know. I just felt like sharing that. So now let's get into how they're actually feeling about you. I feel like you're intuitive as well, though. So I'm like, we'll see. I feel like you probably have a good idea, but I'm definitely interested to see if this other person's energy comes through, or for like what comes through with like their past, or like if they are holding back from that. So for pile number 2, how are they actually feeling about, for pile number 2's person, how are they actually feeling about pile number 2? What are their honest feelings here? 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position. King of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Seven of Wands in reverse. The 10 of Wands in reverse as well. Back of the deck. Okay, I'm definitely getting a clear message here. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting messages. And then Queen of Swords at the back of the deck. Wow. Okay, so for you guys, pile number 2, your person, I definitely think they may have come out of something. You may know about some sort of significant relationship that they were in from their past. If that isn't the case, maybe they've just talked about it, or maybe they talked about how like at one point they were really serious with someone. There's just this energy of this person having worn their heart on their sleeve and put in a lot of effort towards a certain situation that didn't end up playing out to be what it was supposed to be. And so this 10 of Pentacles in reverse is telling me about this energy of this person being someone who used to want to fight like no other towards like building a really strong future, right? But with the 10 of Wands in reverse, it's like this person has just decided to kind of lay down all that effort, right? They were getting really tired of the effort of pouring a lot into someone and not getting it back. And that's illustrated here with the Six of Pentacles too, and the Five of Pentacles. It's like this person feels like they've given, and only been met with like being left out in the cold. And so this person is actually someone who's very emotional, very deep, right? They're coming through as the King of Cups, coming through as someone who cannot help but feel deeply. And so when it comes to you, they do feel deeply, and you are reminding them of, you know, they are really thinking about a future with you, and they are really kind of thinking about that. Another thing that's coming through is this, and we have the Star, beautiful. The Queen of Swords coming out. This person sees you as very intelligent. They see you as someone who's honest. They actually do feel that you are honest. And this is something I think that they're very attracted to, is that they feel like you are very intelligent, you know, not going to beat around the bush, gonna say what you need and what you want, and not play games. This person doesn't think you're going to play games. But nonetheless, they are still a bit worn down right now. But they still have feelings for you. They still have strong feelings for you. They still have hope, especially with the Star underneath. But it's almost like this person is in a need of a little like TLC, like extra love and care, you know, to kind of come out of their box is what I'm getting. It's like this person definitely would want to give to you, and it is the type of person who gives their all to situations. But and you read this correctly, but what's coming through is that, like, you know, this person isn't actually suspicious of you. It's more like they know, they seem to be very clear that there's nothing fishy about you, you know? It's more like, it's like they've learned their lesson from this past situation, and so they're just trying to take it slow in that way and not get their hopes up. That's another thing, is like they're trying to like not like get super invested in a connection and then, you know, just get their heart absolutely broken when it doesn't work out. And so there's almost this energy of like, I'm more going to go with the flow, and like, I'm not going to, you know, get too invested in what I want. And like, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but like, I am interested. It's almost like this person is trying to take a more like laid back approach, or like an approach that's more like go with the flow, see what happens. Like, you know, don't try to force anything, but also like not kind of gunning for anything then. And so that you're almost perceiving that as like, maybe they aren't like really wanting it, or maybe they're still thinking about their ex. This person is not still thinking about someone from the past. It's more like they're still thinking about the wounds, and they're still thinking about the mistakes that they made, and they just do not want to make those mistakes again. But they're not attracted to them. They don't want them back or anything like that, if that's a concern for you. What else? How is Pile 2's person actually feeling towards them? Yeah, we have message in a bottle here as well, and we also have no place like home. Yeah, there's just this energy here with a message in a bottle there. I do feel like this person is afraid of misreading red flags. And so while they don't feel like you've shown any, and this could also be representing their energy with the Queen of Swords too, it's like they're coming through with this discerning energy, right? And so they're just very afraid of welcoming someone into their kingdom, welcoming someone into their home and their heart, and opening the door for them before it's too ready for that. Or like they're afraid of becoming too vulnerable too quickly in this relationship. And with the message in reverse, it's like this person in the past ignored a lot of red flags about someone, and this person is working on becoming more stable within themselves and being stable enough in themselves, basically, and pouring enough love into themselves where they're not like desperate to like create something with someone else. So like in that case, it's a lot easier to be aware of red flags. This person has recently like leveled up within their, like, they may have gotten out of codependency, or like it may have been a codependent relationship in the past, or they may be used to that, used to someone taking from them a lot, things like that. And not really seeing the red flags in that, because they may have wanted to create their sense of home with someone else. And I feel like something they've been working on is working on their own self-love, which and feeling authentically at home. So you can come from a place of love and not kind of fall into situations that like are not really serving you or adding energy to you just because there's like a codependent nature to it. You know, this person may have fell into that in the past. And so, yeah, it's almost like this person really would ignore red flags in the past and like build and basically put in whatever energy and whatever effort in order to create this like 10 of Pentacles home that's comfortable. It's like that's all they wanted, and I feel like they neglected a lot of themselves in the process of that, and so they are just still very much having that on their mind. Yeah, we have cleaned it up here in reverse. they still feel like they are, there's still, we have round and round in reverse back of the deck. Okay, so there's just this energy of them still feeling like they are healing and they are learning to change right now. Okay, so if you're a new person, because it was coming through initially that I could see you coming through and wanting to watch this video if you were the person that like this person is kind of realizing they may have put too much effort into, but there's some sort of a situation where they were pouring all of their energy into someone that maybe just wasn't right for them. And so you could be that person that wasn't right for them. But if you're newer in this person's life, which that was coming through, so I'm just going to stick to that. I guess like sometimes when it can be confusing, because I am asking spirit, like this person's feelings about you, but what is coming through is a lot of their feelings about this situation that they're still healing from. Okay. And it's not that they want this person back, it's that they're kind of terrified of it reoccurring, and so they still have healing to do. And with round and round, I'm not surprised. Yeah, they have like healing to do, right? Mending. And truth be told, it's like this person may still be going through like processing what happened in the past, or like really kind of like letting it sink in and letting it adjust. So I feel like this person is still in this era of kind of needing to alchemize that and kind of reopen up again to a new situation, because I feel like right now they're currently still in the process of letting go of old patterns, but they're aware of it. It is coming through that they are aware of it, but it's with the clean it up in reverse coming out. It's like this person's terrified that they still haven't is actually another thing I'm getting. There's almost this energy of being afraid of like, okay, this is what I'm getting, because I used to feel like this a lot, like when I had gone through certain situations and then I'd be afraid to reopen up because I was like, I don't want to open myself up again and then be taken advantage of or have people like take from me. And so I'd have my guard up really high because I didn't have faith that like just going through it and bringing your consciousness to it is enough. It's like, and then I would get readings and people would always say like, you don't have to worry anymore that things are going to happen the same way. Like you've learned the lesson, you've learned the discernment, and that's like the Queen of Swords here. And so I think this person has really learned the discernment that they needed to learn about a situation. And I don't think this person really needs to worry anymore about it. Like there's this energy, it happens though, where you're like afraid that you're going to miss the signs again. Like what if you miss the signs again and you're afraid you're going to make the exact same mistake? And then it's like, you have to remind yourself, like there's no way you would do that because that was a version of you that didn't know about those red flags, didn't know about those signs. You're a completely different person, but it's like this person's trying to trust that they are that new person. And I completely understand that. And so it's kind of like that's where this person is at. And so I do feel like there is potential here, especially if you're like looking at this person as a new opportunity. This person does not want their ex back. They just desperately do not want to repeat a situation with them. And so this person, though, is coming through with an energy that's very genuine, like a big heart. Like this person has a big heart. They're very genuine. They're very honest. They only want a good give and take with a person, and they just have their walls up because of being taken advantage of in the past is what I'm getting. All right, how is pile two's person feeling? Yeah, the lonely journey of the priestess. Yeah, so right now, I'm not gonna lie, they are in this energy of being a little bit afraid to reopen up and let someone else in again, right? And kind of remembering we don't have to do this journey alone. Because sometimes when you get so jaded and it's like you, especially if it happened in like terms of like a relationship, for me, it happened more with like friendships and like friend groups and things. But like, it's like this person had this vision of like a happy relationship and like building that and like being a person like that. And it's like this person had their hopes up so high. And I feel like they just got really taken advantage of for the effort they were willing to put in for that. And so now they're kind of in this energy of like, am I supposed to be alone? And I just feel like that genuinely is not this person's truth, but they're in this process of needing to open up and needing to let people in. It says, what is hidden will be revealed. Body as a house. Yeah, it's like they're taking care of themselves. With what is hidden will be revealed. There is just this very discerning energy coming through where it's like, they just want to make sure they're aligned with the truth, and they want to make sure that they're seeing things, and like they're kind of learning that it's like they're trying to learn how to bring in their own closure, right? They may still be waiting for some sort of truth to come in, or like they may be confused about some sort of past situation. And it's like, this person just really is in this healing energy. And like with the body as a house too, it's like they're trying to look out for themselves right now. Gifts to the portal. Yeah, and they're just doing their best to kind of heal and do what they can. Yeah, healing through rest. I was literally seeing this, but I don't know why I didn't read it, but this is at the back of the deck. Healing through rest. So this person is in a healing time period, and they're learning no one is yours but you. And I feel like this person had to learn that lesson, because as I was saying, like codependency seems to be something from this past relationship. And they're learning how to only look out for them. They're learning how to know about boundaries and understand needs, right? I think this person in the past didn't have very good boundaries and didn't really assert their needs very well. And so there's just this energy of them learning about themselves and learning about how to first make themselves a priority and pour into themselves first. Like that's just like where this person is at, okay? Okay, so I want to just get like a couple more. I'm going to pull out some more tarot and say like, what does this mean for the relationship with you? You know, because I know it's frustrating when you ask a question and spirit just like doesn't really say the answer. So what does this mean in regards to anyone who's interested in a connection with this person? If Pal 2, if you're coming through as someone who's really interested in this connection, how are they feeling about them? So how is Pal 2's person feeling about them specifically? We have the Star in reverse, the High Priestess, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So, and Six of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm getting is this person is trying to not get their hopes up is what I'm getting. It's like, and I think that was what was coming through. And so what Spirit wants me to explain is like, this person is interested, like 100%, but they're trying to make sure that they keep their head attached to their heart, and they're trying to have discernment. They're trying to not get their hopes up too high. They're trying to see things clearly and they're trying to read between the lines. They're trying to be very in touch with their intuition and what their intuition is telling them, what hidden information. It's like they're coming at you in this way that's like very discerning. But at the end of the day, they just want to give to you. They just want to feel safe to be able to pour into you. And with the Seven of Pentacles being here, it's like, yeah, it's like this person wants to take things bit by bit and then assess, like, is this the best place to put my energy? And this is like, basically the reason why all this is coming through is to explain their tactic in this relationship, which I guess is like taking things a little bit slower, but it has nothing to do with how much they like you is what I'm getting. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, we have the Tower. They don't want a Tower moment. They really do not want a Tower moment. And so it's almost like they're trying to let go of this fear of things falling apart. They're trying to let go of their fear of things not being steady. And so it's like they're trying to keep with Temperance in reverse. It's like they're trying to have patience. They want to avoid pushing this in any direction that could cause commotion or cause it to kind of be unstable. You know, they're really, really afraid of Tower moments. And Tower moments would define, I feel like, what happened with this person. It's like when you build up this image of what you thought a situation was going to be, or like what you thought, you know, a person was going to be like a situation, and it just wasn't rooted in truth. And then the universe comes in to show us the truth about it. And so I just feel like this person is just like wanting to take things really slow. So like that doesn't happen. And with Gifts to the Portal also, they are trying to give to you though. There's this energy of them trying to slowly, like bit by bit, show you that they are serious, but they're also kind of like afraid of maybe not being clear about things or something, or like they're afraid of, they are trying to give, because the Six of Pentacles has come through a couple times, right? The Six of Pentacles is here. This is someone who naturally likes to give a lot, and they do want to give to you, but they also are trying to avoid giving, and then losing, and then just feeling like depleted by something. So yeah, so I am going to be doing an extended reading for this one. We're going to be looking at what your person want to say to you. So we're going to be getting like a channeled message. Like we're going to go more into their feelings for you. We're going to go into like what they want to say to you, and I'll be like speaking a little bit more first person from their perspective. We'll also be getting a ton of message cards for you to see what they'd want to say. So if you felt like this was resonating, you might want to check that out. But if not, thank you so much for listening to this reading. Make sure you hit the like button. If it did resonate, it really supports my channel. Leave a comment. I love to get feedback from you guys about these readings. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next Pick a Card reading. I really appreciate all of your energy connecting with you and the time you spent watching. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Cosmic Slumber Tarot deck and the Amethyst Crystal, and this is going to be your reading where we're looking into how you are feeling about, or how you think that your person is feeling about you versus how they're actually feeling about you. So we can use the beginning part where we're looking at how you think your person's feeling about you as a pretty solid energy check-in, so you can hopefully intuitively pick up whether or not you feel like this is how you're subjectively feeling that your person's feeling about you. Kind of a tongue twister, but anyways, let's get right into it. So we're going to start off with how you currently think that your person is feeling towards you. So for pile number 3, those that chose the amethyst crystal or this tarot deck, please have me in. How do they currently think that their person is feeling? We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out reluctantly first. The Six of Pentacles. How does pile 3 think their person is feeling? The Devil in reverse. The Page of, or Princess of Torches in reverse, which is the Page of Wands in this deck, in the reverse position. Right, we have the Moon in reverse. Okay. How does pile 3 think their person is feeling? Oh, there we go, 2 Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Fool at the back of the deck. Okay. So what's coming through for you guys right away, I'm getting this feeling that you currently feel like your person is maybe changing their ways or changing the dynamic here, or that they're trying to do that. With the Devil in reverse and the 2 Pentacles in reverse, it makes me feel like you perceive that this person maybe has recently been going through some sort of more difficult time period. Maybe they were going through more of like a shadow work time period. I don't think this person necessarily would see it as that, but I feel like this person maybe has recently had to face some of their inner demons, or kind of recognize the ways in which they're more like shadow elements of themselves were inhibiting them from living a balanced lifestyle. And so with the Devil in reverse, it almost feels like you feel like your person is trying to turn a new leaf or something, or like they're trying to change their ways. And with the Six of Pentacles here, I feel like this may mean that you feel like your person, it's possible that in the past, this person maybe was inconsistent with you, maybe certain habits in their life weren't conducive to a healthy and like consistent relationship. And so it feels like you think this relationship is at a time period of change. Another possibility is that either you feel like this person's changing, or maybe it's like the second time around with this person. Either you know about some past to do with them where they weren't able to really give very consistently and solidly to a relationship. This could be that you have spoken with them about their past, and you it doesn't really matter if you just met this person or if you have the history with them. I could see this as working for different situations. So what I am mainly getting though is that there's this element of you knowing that this person is turning a new leaf. And so that could be through this person saying that, you know, in the past, like I didn't really have my life together, or it was really hard for me to prioritize a relationship, and I didn't always make the best decisions, or I, you know, really let certain opportunities pass me by not prioritizing them or giving to them enough. And so either maybe this is someone from your past that in the past they didn't really step up to the plate for you, or they had too many of their own imbalances in their own life that they hadn't figured out that made them not like a good partner for you. But either way, there is some essence of you feeling that your person is trying to be better for this connection, or is trying to turn a new leaf. And with the Fool here, it's almost like they're trying to maybe release some baggage or start anew, start fresh. Because yeah, it's almost like it's like they've gone through some sort of karmic cycle where they're kind of like, it feels like they've learned their lesson in some sense. And so it almost feels like you're perceiving them now as trying to release negativity, trying to release imbalance, trying to rebalance their life, trying to turn a new leaf, really. That's like the best way I could say it, I think. So that's how you perceive this person. that's a little bit more like background information about them. And so like the way that I'm getting that they feel about you is that, you know, it's like they're trying to do you right. You know, it's like this person seems like they're trying to balance a lot, maybe even two. It's like, and also maybe this person right now, it's like they're trying to give to you while they're also maybe still ending an era where they're like still kind of have their, maybe they spread themselves too thin, or maybe they still have some sort of draining connection that they're trying to let go of. It's almost like they haven't completely turned the new leaf, but they're trying to. And so it feels like there's this energy of them trying to be better for you or trying to put in more effort to this connection. Because it seems like they don't want to sabotage this connection. That's how it seems like you feel. You feel like this person maybe is aware of how they sabotage either this connection or different types of connections in the past, how they maybe just haven't been the best. And so there's just this energy of them trying to be smarter this time in this connection, or trying to be better. It's like there's just this energy of you feeling like they're trying to be better for you. What else? Yeah, we have building blocks in reverse. Yeah, it's like maybe in the past, this person hasn't really, again, with building blocks in reverse, it's just like this person is almost recognizing in the past where there were cracks in their own foundation and cracks in the way that they related with other people and the way they went about relationships. And it's almost like this recognition of either within this relationship, maybe it's coming to the surface that the way that they had been acting up until this point, like wasn't very stable or wasn't very, hasn't been very reliable. That's another aspect of this possibly. And it is possible that this person is trying to say that they want to do better for you or something, but there's also this feeling of maybe you feeling like your person lacks stability or lacks the bandwidth to give equally to you, to give this equal give and take within the relationship. And you may feel like, with this Wheel of Fortune, it's almost like maybe things are going well with this person, and then it's like because there's cracks in the foundation, or there's certain habits that this person hasn't like stopped, or certain mindsets. Like with the moon here, it could be anything. The moon and the devil, it's like it could be addictions, it could be just certain habits that aren't good for them. It could even be like some sort of negative thinking, fear-based thinking from the past, some sort of trauma that they haven't overcome that just causes them to act in a way that isn't conducive for the relationship. And so it's like the way they feel, it seems like you're acknowledging that they're aware that there are cracks in the way that they have gone about either the relationship with you or relationships in their past. Again, it's coming through that you seem to think that this person's coming into awareness of that, or that's kind of the way they feel. So with go the distance in reverse, yeah, it's like you feel like this person, you feel like this person wants to give to you and does almost have good intent, or they say they have good intentions, they'll try, but it's almost like because they aren't like, it's almost like this person could overpromise, or they could say like, no, like I love you, like you mean the world to me, or like something like that, and then they like don't follow through on it because they're not in a place of balance. And with the Fool here, it's almost like they may overpromise or say like, yes, it's like go down this route, and then they're not realizing that, you know, if we want to get from here to here, we have to build a solid bridge, because next time there's an earthquake, like aka something goes wrong in the relationship, you know, everything isn't just always easy in relationships, you know, this is going to break. And with this building blocks in reverse, it's almost like the rope or the bridge that this person has been building with you, you know, it's like, it's almost like it hasn't been completely solid. And so, you know, with the way that they feel, it may even be that you're aware that you think that this person has good intentions, but then they get sidetracked by different challenges they're going through, or different barriers, or even different excuses, you know, as to still being immature, or still being, it's like this person makes mistakes or something like that is how I get it. And so the way you think they feel, you think that they have good intentions, they try, it's like they do their best in a way, but then they have these sort of shadow elements to them that it's almost like they're their own worst enemy, or they self-sabotage and then they sabotage the connection. And it could just be this energy of, I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to like cause this issue or whatever. But then it's like this kind of irritation maybe coming from you guys, that it's like, you know, well, you need to look before you step. You need to look before you say this. Like you have to really understand what it means to be in a solid relationship, or to give consistently to someone, and to give reciprocally. And so I just almost feel like maybe sometimes this person can overpromise or be a little bit too tenacious within like their like energy towards you, and then they kind of burn out is what I'm getting, or they they get overburdened by some sort of shadows or difficulties they're going through. You know, it could be different for everyone, but it's like there's just this element of this person, like you wanting them to be good enough, or like wanting this person to like change and like be better, and like you're rooting for this person is almost how I feel. But it's like, it's almost like you feel also though that, you know, it's almost like they're lacking self-awareness a little bit. It's like they're trying. It's like, it's almost like this is how I'm getting it. It's like you could have like the same conversation with this person over and over, and it's like they'll get it. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily this has happened, but this is the energy of it. The energy is like someone where you're like trying to like give them another chance, and it's like you have a conversation, and it's like very clear that they understand what you're saying, and it's like they do want to improve, but it's like because they aren't already healed and they aren't already at that place, it's like they'll inevitably make the same mistake. And then it's kind of just like, I'm not going to be your like mom, I'm not going to be your teacher, I'm not here to teach you, I'm not here to heal you, you know? So it's like, it's almost like you feel like sometimes you have to be responsible for this person's like mishaps and stuff, and it's like, no, like this person needs to figure out like what foundation and what like sort of self-sufficiency and like self-love, things like that, just being whole within themselves and being stable in order to give this relationship. And so I feel like the way you think they feel about you is that this person has a lot of blockages, some challenges in their own life, some lack of self-awareness sometimes. They do want to do good by you, but they also lack awareness, and sometimes they disappoint you is how I feel. Yeah. How else is pile 3 thinking that their person is feeling? We have fork in the road. One more. Unfinished symphony. Yeah, and it may even be, to be fair, in reverse also, it may even be that for this group, you guys, like it may be that this person, it's like you guys may continuously be brought back to each other, or it's like almost like there's this energy also of this person. Okay, another thing I'm getting is that it may be that this person like makes a decision that's foolish, and like they decide to go like down a path that like wasn't right for them, and they may leave this connection like without closure. And so this may be a connection that you've like, it's been lingering, you know, it's been lingering in the background, where it's like, oh, like what are we going to do in this connection? It's like, you know, we've already tried it, it's already been messed up sometimes, you know, and it just feels like no matter which way we choose, it's like, it's almost like damned if I do, damned if I don't, or whatever decision we make, it just doesn't feel like closure. And it's just kind of like this weird entanglement that you have with this person too, where it's like, you guys have care for each other, you have love for each other, but it's like there's not enough focus and direction and grounding to like really bring this connection into fruition for the long term. And so I just feel like within this connection, there's even a lot of like fear and stuff. And so the way you may feel is like, you may feel like this person always feels drawn to you with the devil there as well. It could even be that like there's a little bit of a codependent energy here too. This person may run back to you sometimes when they feel like they're down or like they need help, you know? It's like they may kind of look to you to help them when after a certain misstep as well. And it's kind of like with the Fool here, it's like you kind of see this person as someone who like doesn't necessarily make the best choices or something, but it's like you can't help but still kind of be connected and drawn to them. And so with the Devil's energy here, I almost do feel like it's like you guys do have this sort of like connection, you know, where it's like even when you're apart, it's like you still feel each other's energy, you still think about each other. And it's like, it's almost like there's also this energy of like there being something fated between you guys with the Wheel of Fortune. And I also saw the fates at the back of the deck too, but it's almost like, it's like this is a kind of a frustrating connection in general, because it's like not enough to get there, but like there's still such an attachment here. It's like every time I feel like this connection comes together, it isn't balanced in a way. Well, Spirit, let's get a little bit deeper here. We have the gallery of those that came before. The Heart Eater. Be free, do what you love in reverse. Okay, and so another thing I'm just getting in Party Leader in reverse, I feel like this kind of reminds me of another pile. I can't remember which one it was, but there may be another pile that resonates with you guys. But what I'm getting is that it's like this person is still chasing some sort of like identity or like something, like it's like they're kind of walking down a path that isn't authentic. And so I almost feel like there's this energy of like you not wanting to hold this person back in like what they want to explore, I guess, in life. Like you don't want to hold them back with be free, do what you love. but it also ends up like hurting you. And I feel like you do take on a lot of like the energetic and like emotional burdens of this connection. And I feel like it does kind of drain you sometimes too, because you guys both care a lot about each other, but it's almost like there's this energy of like, it's almost like the song that's coming through is, wouldn't it be nice if we were older? You know, wouldn't it be nice if we were like 5 years matured past this and just like ready for this relationship and ready to be, you know, dedicated to it? I just almost feel like there's been a lot of shifts and changes and like paths gone wrong and things like that. So yeah, that's the energy I'm getting so far. That's kind of an energy check-in plus like what you think this person is feeling towards you in the connection. So now we're going to go into how they are currently feeling about you. Yeah, and you may even be feeling like this person has love for you and like has passion for you, but also you may think that they feel that there are too many blockages or too much imbalance to actually make this like a long-term relationship and like really dedicate yourselves to it. I'm gonna get a sip of my coffee. Okay, so now let's go into how your person is actually feeling for you. How is pile 3's person honestly feeling about them right now? Six of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Swords here too. And Strength in reverse. Okay. So your person is very much in like a confused state right now where they really just do not have a lot of mental clarity. They're struggling right now with a lot of self-limiting beliefs. That's what's coming through, is like there's this energy of them feeling a lot of lack right now in their life and feeling very ungrounded, and also this energy of feeling like I have no idea. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's almost like this energy of I'm so mentally confused. Like I just don't even know anymore within my own mind, like what's right for me. And with the Eight of Cups in reverse, it's like this person is feeling really lost. Okay. So like overall in general right now, there's just this energy of them feeling like I don't know where to go. Like I feel like I've lost touch with like my own inner like journey, you know, and I feel like I've made wrong turns. This person does feel like they've made wrong turns, and they feel like they haven't been able to get themselves to a grounded place. And this person with the Two of Cups in reverse also feels like you guys are not on the same page right now. And with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, they may even be feeling, it's kind of funny because it like does mirror how you are feeling in a way, because I feel like you were perceiving that this person does kind of look to you to provide for them or provide them energy, especially when they're in a state of need. And so I feel like with the Six of Pentacles here in reverse, there's kind of two messages coming through for this one. It could be that your person is feeling like they don't want to come to you and ask again, or like ask for more energy from you, because they may feel like they're always the one in the beggar. Like I'm hearing just a random like lyric from a song, like I'll be the beggar now, but I ain't too proud. Oh, I think that's Post Malone. Oh my God, Circles. Post Malone and Circles is coming up. I think this came up for one of the extended readings from this. Oh, that might have been I think that was my last video actually, but I think that this is like a pile that comes through. But there's an energy, okay, definitely an energy overall of this relationship being one that you have really gone in circles with. And it's hard because it's like there's still love and you guys are still in each other's energy field, but it's like your person, there's always like something going wrong. It feels it's like a tragedy a little bit. And it's like your person right now is feeling very discouraged. Is literally, in my own mind, I've never realized this, but like discouraged, like has courage in it. So like without courage, it's like right now this person is feeling very low on themselves and feeling like they don't have the strength to, within their own life in general, like within their own endeavors, it's like they don't know where to turn, you know? And they also feel like when it comes to you, they just feel like they've been weak and they feel like they have, you know, haven't been strong for you and they've maybe made the wrong decisions. And so I almost feel like this person, it's like in their own mind. I feel like they can get lost in thoughts of like, what if this person hates me? Like, what if this person thinks really negative of me? Like, I feel like there's this feeling, this fear that they have of you really not having positive thoughts about them. And I think that's something that kind of haunts them, is like being afraid of your perception of them is something that they goes through their minds. And so I feel like with this Five of Swords here, it's like this person is really struggling with talking themselves down and feeling like, getting down on their past mistakes and like just kind of being their own worst enemy. It's like this person is their own worst enemy right now. And it's like this person may have gone on a journey or taken decisions away from this connection to build up their finances, to kind of gain more stability, but it's like they haven't been able to do that. And so it's like this person's at a really low point with what they're feeling about themselves. And they're just feeling like they haven't been able to reach happiness or reach the goal that they were hoping to get to. And they feel like they miss your energy. They miss your, the connection with you, and they miss receiving from you. And, but it's almost like they're in this energy of, I don't deserve it. I don't even deserve this person. So I feel like your extended is going to be very interesting because, in the extended, we're going to go into what they'd want to say to you. So kind of just like getting out like all their internal dialogue about like what they really want you to know, kind of with no filters, like what they really, like what all their thoughts are, like, in the essence of, I wish I'd done better. Like, I feel like there's a lot of that energy coming through for you guys. There's a lot of remorse here and a lot of thoughts that you may not know this person has. Like, you may kind of think of this person as like, I don't know, like not as dimensional, because not in the sense that you assume that about other people or this person. It's more like just in general, all of us can kind of underestimate like the depth of like another human's experience, and it's almost like this person, like, if you could hear them, you'd just be like, whoa, like that's like a lot. You might just think this person would be able to be distracted by what's going on around them. They just be having fun in a way, but it's like this person really is struggling within their own mind and their own mindset right now. And they are missing you, and they are really feeling on a different page than you right now. And they are afraid that they're losing you. They're afraid that they've made the wrong decisions in their life. They feel like they may have, jeopardized this connection for making decisions that didn't really come from a place of truth and clarity. And so now they're really beating themselves up for it right now. We have peace in reverse. To the sea. Yeah. And it's like this person, it's almost like what's coming through is that they've been on this journey. There's just this energy. It doesn't have to be like a literal journey, like where they decided to like travel, but it is possible. But it could even just be like an energetic one where it's like you guys decided to be single because this person didn't want to like, be in a relationship. And so to the sea, it's almost like they wanted to explore. They wanted to go out and like chase something, but it's like they're almost realizing that they haven't been able to find peace, and they don't have peace of mind. And it's like they're on this journey, and it's like lonely because they feel like they've been searching for their happiness or searching for their stability, and it's like they aren't receiving it. And so right now this person just feels like they aren't really finding peace, and so maybe they even are still kind of journeying right now, trying to searching outside of themselves for the answer, right? Searching outside of themselves for something that gives them relief. But I feel like a lot of their turmoil has to do with the decisions they made in this connection and where they've ended up from that. And it's like that's something they need to reflect on. It's like almost like they're a little bit blind right now. Yeah, we have not for you in reverse. It's like there are certain situations going on within their life where it's like they're having a hard time like really tuning into again, it was coming through like this person's out of tune with the Eight of Cups in reverse, like where you should go on your path. When I was actually just listening to like a TikTok this morning that was like signs and whatever that something isn't meant to be in your life, or you're on the wrong path, things like that. And it's like the way that spirit will handle that is like by throwing you different obstacles and making it difficult. When something isn't your right path and like you're trying to go down opportunities that aren't going to work for you, like you're going to go through hell a little bit, and like that's kind of a sure sign that something needs to shift. But I feel like this person is right now having a hard time getting mental clarity about what is right for them, and maybe because they feel like, because maybe the truth that they know somewhere deep down inside of them is something that scares them, or they're afraid of changing paths, or they're afraid of walking away from what they thought their idea was, or what they thought they wanted to explore, And it's like they're almost having a hard time recognizing that they've walked down a wrong path and it's time to turn around, you know? I'm feeling called to read the not for you in reverse because I feel like this is like this person's energy and like kind of what they've been struggling with in life in regards to their own life, but also like what's kind of inhibited the connection with you. It says, don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving at you since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other gains, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit only wants the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. So, you know, that's kind of just like a summarization of what I'm getting at, is that like they've made the wrong decisions and they're kind of in this hell for it. They're in this situation where it's like, you know how it said like in that card too, it's like there's no prize for torturing yourself and like continuing down this path. It's like they really need to turn around and like recognize that, cut your losses, you know. It's also like in economics, like I remember I was at one point in college, I was an economics major. I changed my major to psychology, but for the first like 3 years I did economics. And you know, they just talk about the sunk cost fallacy where it's like people will, an example of it is like there are two, let's say that you've been waiting in a line to like, you know, get your groceries at the grocery store. It's like you've been waiting in that line for like 5 minutes and then a new line opens up, but you don't even want to leave that line because you've already spent 5 minutes in the line. And so, but if you just went to the other line, like you would have checked out faster. But it's like people will get attached to their idea, and that's like what this person's going through. And it's like in the back of their mind is the loss that they've endured from like maybe turning away from this relationship. And I think that's something that really kind of haunts them in the back of their mind. And it's almost like a part of them bullies themselves too, though, because I feel like there's an energy maybe here of like you have been giving this person advice. Like you maybe even like tried to help this person in the past or tried to advise them and like tell them like, you know, I don't really think that's like you. And then they may have thought like, you know, you're trying to hold them back or control them, or like, you know, that wasn't your intention, but you were trying to, you may have seen this person's heart and like known that like, you may have known this person well and like known what their intentions were for their decisions. And so there's this energy of them beating themselves up over like, oh my gosh, like I know what pile 3 like is thinking right now about this. Like I can't admit defeat. Like I don't want to admit defeat. And the 5 of Swords is about defeat. And it's like because they're in this defeat situation, they're not surrendering and accepting that, you know, the Ace of Swords in reverse. They're not accepting the truth of this situation. And because it requires a lot of strength to do that. It requires a lot of strength to say, hey, you know what? I was wrong. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to apologize. I'm going to try to reroute and like make this right, you know? And like, that's this person's next move. That's the person's next, like divine, their spirit guides are trying to direct them in that direction. But right now they're struggling to understand that a lack of peace, a lack of things flowing means it's time to reroute, you know. And it's almost like this person's just really having a hard time, and they're really bullying themselves in the process, and they're making it more of a nightmare than it has to be, and they're assuming that there's less love for them than there is. And I just feel like you would have love for this person and you would have forgiveness for them. Maybe not necessarily like that you'd be with them, it's up to you about that, but it's almost like this person is being really hard on themselves and like feeling like if I fail, it's all over. Like, you know, like no one's going to forgive me. Like I've already made a mess of the situation, you know? So that's what I'm picking up on. And I just saw ripe fruits and cornucopia. I'm shuffling another deck in reverse. And it's like, there's just this energy of them having thought that like, it's like I'm also getting the analogy of when people are like searching for the fountain of youth, you know? It's almost like that. It's like, I have to keep searching. Or you know what? Captain Jack Sparrow is also coming through. You know how he's always like with the compass pointing to like your desire? It's almost like he has that compass, or he or she, sorry, like any gender, has the compass, and like it may be pointing towards you, and then it's like they're going to journey that way, and then it's like they're going to go right past you, and then another way. It's like not necessarily that they're changing their path, it's that they're not reading their own compass correctly. How's pile 3's person currently feeling towards pile 3 in this connection? We have the Messenger, cosmic exploration in reverse. The lonely journey of the priestess, yeah. And then your dreams are closer than you think. And there's that fountain of youth, right? It's like, no, they're not. Like in this, it's almost like they're closer than you think, in the sense of like what we were talking about, the sunk cost fallacy. It's like they're not realizing that the path to what their dreams are, what they really want, really isn't this big journey or like this cosmic exploration. Like they don't have to go through all of this, it's almost like they're taking the long route, just to realize that it's almost like, also, you guys, if you've seen the Labyrinth, in the beginning of the Labyrinth, when the like the main character is just started the labyrinth, and there's that like little cute thing that goes like hello, and like it's like basically she walks down and goes to the right, and like I think it told her to go to the right, and then the little like caterpillar thing is like, oh, she shouldn't have gone that way. Like if she went to the left, she would have gone straight to the castle, and like that was her goal, is like going to the castle and saving her brother. And so it's almost like that. It's like this energy of like the spirit guides being like, you shouldn't have gone that way. And it's almost because they're not reading their own heart correctly, and they're thinking it's something different. And it's almost like this energy with the messenger. It's like they're not picking up on the messages that they're getting. They're not picking up on the red flags, the signs they're getting. And because of that, they're in this very lonely process right now. And they unintentionally embarked on this lonely journey, and it's like, that wasn't what this person really wanted, but it's what they got from this process, or where they've been at. So there was just this feeling of loneliness coming through, and lack of connection, lack of receiving. It's like they've received less since they've not really been, I guess, as connected with you. Yeah, so that's very interesting. So I'm going to take this to the extended now. We're going to be looking at what your person would say to you, and it's going to be a mix of like me saying this is what they'd want to say, and just me going into first person and just channeling straight like a message that they'd want to give you. And then we'll be pulling a ton of message cards as well after we do some tarot. So if that sounds interesting to you and this reading's been resonating, I'll have it linked underneath the description or the timestamps. If not, thank you so much for watching this part of the video. I enjoy connecting with your guys' energy. I really appreciate your time. I'm so thankful to be able to make these videos. I really enjoy it. So thank you so much. If it resonated, please do hit the like button. It really supports my channel, my videos, and it just means a lot to me. So thank you. Leave a comment. I like to see your guys' feedback on the readings to see if you guys resonated, what you guys thought, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next pick a card reading. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.